because we need everybody on board to be able to move this nation forward. And so even though we have such a huge majority, we're still going to make sure that we carry along the minority and we achieve things by consensus rather than railroading things through. And so I want to thank you once again and your team for...
All right. It's your company that John Dramani Mahama and also the president-elect. Can somebody be immune a woman na imudu? Or say the kind of say, we say para state agencies the be or what? I don't know you and say, woman SS on my contract. The Triano Mucheska, Triano Museska, and Trianco Foca. It may be no my any idea or say hard dream pa a cow much shada beguho. That I know my body now so almost shada bossa can go. I'm a buying for frono. And I dare toss to be only say recruitment to Kwane Koso. But say fire service for Kura. I come here 2 days. I have to about no say Monkoye. Your friend is saying medical, so my medical say we near Franco for soldier and for police and for immigration, for coin. Or says our recruitment no muyeni nano. Say see Embre, we are Okasa Wofa and Crawford, so Munkodi soldier and Cody Posi and immigration in prison, sir. Opesa what you say. Into Emra Mami Harriet Thompson, or your British High Commissioner, a corner share no or Casa no tune and so was I catch the transition team. They said, Sasa no. Wamunkomu ye pa ebiesi pay omampani dada John Ajekum Kofo ohote recruitment na eko na omampani dada Rollins ama omo ye se enipa onu fi aban mu yato abama je Kofo no on se je Kofo time ne ye ko run off it's na transition a very short period woman wie kura ne ye run off it's no je Kofo ka chen say no sa recruitment no my ni na de omo hold on ekosi so beba and they are changing na krata da bonten say mo amoya service commanders no say mo hold on there ono oba draw obi ajaye. So I think that your excellency direct your friend is saying transition team no say wo bia wo ya fa say koye training no ababa mentua because won't be shada ntna se nye emfa kuntu na se say wo hwe konwe bi ubu yonkukom aminyansa be na wom mon direct say simple what dey kwai sika e dey be training wo no emma enti wo kwa ye be redraw ebe mo bi adwi mu be da ho because enti me ma say what was I feel about this assistant crop say you could train wo ekwai anyway enti dey da no Greek of one so Yekwa na yebo. Say wamko. Gas na ebado. Aye de wo say the Gridco Ghana Grid Company Limited and the Electricity Company of Ghana ECG wishes to inform the general public that gas supply from the West African Gas Pipe Company to Tema power plants in Tema has resumed. All power plants which shut down have been restored into operation. Power supply to all affected customers have also been restored. With the return to normalcy, Gridco and ECG wish to assure that we will continue our collaborative efforts to ensure continued reliable supply. We thank our stakeholders and customers for their patience and understanding. Gridco ni ECG e dey abetum say nanka wo ni gas ho nkomo no nsiye but wo mo West Africa Gas Company pipeline company na kasa ma yama mo gas but dey wo ho no say yentua ka negotiation ye free eno necessary ati ase say dey be ya bronya no ye nasum sentes ha ka ye be dasum cause say Togo ana ye man kane free say on na man kane Ivory Coast ana ye man kane no say Ivory Coast so e ma ye so kane say etua kane kora ye sando nka ye ntua ai baby a Ghana akoduro eno no but eno no de ye benya mmere ne adaje ye be bomu ye pa e de amam amen kwafia obefia
Yeah, because with the grid code for and I think say ne quality one no. Because for some time now, minim say o dey na usika sem ye nti wo generator. Ye mu bia ye ntumi
nto. Aba na sem na de be hye nko na bia na hwe.
Oh, sir, me ni generator o me fie. Wo dey ye generator plant, say plant kakraka no. Aha, wo dey na ye bia. Enti me ka dey ma ye common floor members. Na say dum so na ye saba nti when was that? 3 days ago. Me tise obi come area mo say aha, Mahama san be biem ni dum so. Do you get it? Enti sa adwen sa tete adwen da so onkrofo tim do Ghana fo ato aba boom e de ama papa no se onsan mra biem no mbe ye niema ye nso adwen no ye ntumi reset ya ubo ne din bi de dum so de di achi nti I think se gina ya o masi obe supply no eno ano no omo nhwe no omo nye niema ye na afi Christmas titiro
Mahama ne kufo ho na di kan de dum so ba Ghana ah anya kufo na ye friend afechir katwom
kafre kacho
so kafre kacho and your Professor Mills afechir katwom AJ kufo
okay
you see that's why I may say mobi amfa energy sector near politics J kufo and the dum so ba Ghana our Fourth Republic you know Rollins the time 1994 yeah set match ni dum light edikai 6 match ni na came to a halt for almost 22 minutes. Se Ghana for be kaya ma remfi. Enu achi no start electrofitting. Ewo ho 2006 Rollins entimi anye. Eje kufo ene ba ye no be ye electrofitting no wakonso modam. Ena turbines no mienu be ka ho. Tini ye. Dum so ne ba na ebro ye nso no. J when Timian and sign IPP contract, Bia me and Fakani and no power to be a fee, Bia and Mekaho, Umpeku for someone chemi. Adia J, and say, offer mining firms are a work Ghana hanging now no put you together. That time, now your capacity and now you here, now a shortage of over 2,000 megawatts. But old boy, any mining firms the kaboom 80 megawatts out of 2,000 no my and yes say no many 80 megawatts it's not a year so a year bawe pa but nyamin chade no papa ba ko ne friend bi coffee only engineers bi ni ade na fine asejina so sa problem no wo ho na Professor Mills inherit here. And a Professor Mills time, a doom so a buy by Professor Mills ja on another president. A John handle. On the 20 men, no PMA John. And a Wujafo, a baboon come say, pooh. Hey, a prajon. A prano. I would have day. Now we're born a chap so, and the Yanama Yaton say, next school for your Canadian sweater because I want multimedia. That time I don't feminine ho. Now SGSSB bank in a war plant. Into almost school for na way room honey na begu bank na nim no may homework. It happened at Mahama, yes, we agree. But before he left, Baumiana Kasa cancer was solving dum sono. Or confirm Mary plant no. If UAE far away, Dubai a chiwo baby, and or they buy $5 million. And they plant in if you Dubai, and they buy Ghana $5 million. Napo. Any baumia, any nanado, and the same plant, a fit takurade, ako kumasi $41 million.
Love it. Enti me dey make can say omo because say ye nya be jetum say nche na light no call to say grid code for to sa na mo I think say the quality one no. But one thing I make catch ye rajem ene na ban ene the ministers a omo bebu mfie na ye de ene me ye say ye light bo no because light bo no yesre say onhwe no nya ho bibi man and as new meters na omo de aba no issues bebree wo ho issues bebree wo ho yesre me nim say ma table issues bebree mo be deal with mo fa no enka ho mo fa no enka ho na say ye ni ba bi om ko fa free ye because o to light ni gu so na rum na amene ne ko se wo AC ba ko a wo so age se drum midnight a wo dum no yesa untumi fa ntwa 2 days me first me use AC 3 me nka na me to say ndi 1 week kura na asa enti yesrem jem
wonder meter mununum bi won oh nyame nhira eno China fo omo GECG ene yede ECG revenue collection na come Haptel
ai papa na
Haptel one dia mese one dia
musa na nyumre
ena ECG ojijini sika dada otumi tuaneka say company for na ejiji revenue no we answer was say piama ECG no what percentage what be that adekuna Haptel ejiji kanea no bo no yet me into the same facility and trading crop for ECG mo nye adwuma no
makes sense.
I mean what a country are we running now?
Me kai pa me ko de mrebi madam bi wo ECG o ka kire me say me ka kire krampo no so pese obi hu o ka kire me say afia ECG adwuma na company na si wo agu
oh me da yam yase agu
o ya mpanifo ni bio
it is a gun
o si agu
it's a gun
you know nti say obi onu wa adwuma no mu ateki sa risk na babontin se adwuma na gu a ye tinchan de na ebe ye yesrem ya na yera jem wo hwe no aye ho adwuma de ama na security na ye can say UK maame na call jem ho no the concern I think say enya na discuss it last week o kan ho asem se aban e ba be kwa na se de okọ no opese ojaka obabro
o sheda oh bebabro
brofo ka se bebabro gubachi sa na ye den se wo chi wo nua to akonya na ne to si fomo a agi no kan ye no oduane wo mu ana se o chop money wo mu emfa so ni so
say yes ye kwoto national service for no ntwa o ka Ghana 40 national service for no aban na ntumi ntwa o ka when we last 2 years aban do ka last year aban do nka this year aban do moka wo mo ko wo mo nka hwe wentua afedi aban sore ya o se makoto national service mko 1000 wo 700 wentua
what so 8 good years
oh ye be bon komo no fine oje
general you be fine
oh so oh they also worry possible bitters
41% and one egu so we are I'm watching the video 1 week anniversary.
Channel power.
Oh, watching my family who brutal. Watching that.
Channel pursuit to be pa be boa bedwano.
Na me ba.
Madam Pato ya boa mane.
Minim hwe mikojo. Mikojo minim hwe.
Channel 1 week anniversary.
Minim hwe munimu 1 week. Munimu na watch that.
Dabi a channel 1 week anniversary.
Dabi any watch na mu shetuntum because se obi free mu a ye di
kwa obi mu de ye bosuit wo de bosuit wo ebra na ye be bosuit
mikojo minka ho
wa ma
mi mesu wa kire ho
anti bi wati wo so ma wo wa so na fra se ye mra
mo na mo de koye
na ye ne ye wo he
mo na mo de koye se mo ko jinchia na mo de koye
oje
nti nyambo ochina 1 week anniversary a boy suit new year na the 41% bitters ni biesi ha possible bitters this year na eja ye him this but on a more serious note about we behave to send you money pahin wo mu fie utmin ka se o bebo ka eja ho no no akọ na ho na nkotua already we dey can boka gu ho dada Kenoforiata de bia sama innocent kanu me ne ya adwe 100% mo fa ken si Kenoforiata so na mo fa nimpia bonten na mo ka chense bosa no wabo no o kire ya de ode aye you will not find a single project Kenoforiata de isi kan de aye yet mo san so abo abro e de good the next government on no bosa mo boye service debt crowd mo san to atu asheda expecting the next government to come and pay enti most of my now all banner fidi and I'm more expecting some betum when you're crying the day. Look, Ghana Central 4, let us not give the microphone to these useless people again. Because the more we give them the microphone, the more they talk. See, more microphones now. And no many that Jacka say, oh, here, about we cry by 1 year, 2 years, no year. Then the ref said, no, a cow bogu, one of them, Gracia or G, you know, about when the Atria Hoka. And I remember clearly somewhere around 2017. Hey, about when the day omo ye na yakokutua Mahama ka and Mahama buso bogu ho yakobo bo said the tracker na anye bia se be producer so captain wona bia wako school ade bo ode.
Why?
E bia wona wako school ade bo ode.
Hey,
Mr. Mbisa o yakobo bo sia e de tua e de betuaka.
David.
I catch you for Sebe. He uncle squad the board, and you see that Coco Bobosia.
And go to Yaka.
Not back of Ghana. Anton Jenny, Anton Chine, on Tonsu. Also, what I say
60.8 billion.
Now we
what they call dollars more $6.8 billion.
Now we are again. Now we are Sako Bobosia, the baby sit die. I mean, yes, Jimmy and I answer. No, let us be real in our country. Yes, Jimmy and I answer. And sometimes you need to face the reality. Share abadi to no. Echana wo share abadi to you know. You be do one investment, you be do papa. But take note, the reason why you Ghana for to sabadi ne say, muhwehi ebufu ne kom. And then the two abadi dit sia.
For kind no.
Of course, it is so real, it is evident to say, Dr. Bawumia cannot come and tell Ghanaians and say he's not part of our issues.
Oh, want to win?
Yes.
Want to.
Hey. I am wondering what you'll be thinking by now. We're going to win massive poto. And I wish to say,
bet me a ye.
You cannot step out like December 4 years.
One channel when 1 year and Chum no quay.
No, President Kufuor is bold enough for me to be a baby or person could be a because I'm not me and the Nema Shishan in Yamayi.
None of the Quay.
None of the Kufuor, so to mean a two Nakwe, yes, and not just say, Papa, the new one.
Or no, Quachiana or Hinibian, sorry, you're going to say.
Sometimes we will be few to make you look as if say,
when he had him back. Jay.
Yes, sir.
You may call break na fe yet me.
Sure.
Afa yem penny for abanona. Ya fa yem penny for aba. But as we me manun can be. Is it true, sir? Paul Adumo chene duane.
Oh, yes, the mobile phone broni bi ho.
No, Hanabisu so call here no.
Mama hwese me ho ma.
Na me who video bi sir.
Hanabisu was on live or TV so. And one mood discuss so let me call Paul Adumo or Freya. Cool. Hello, ma'am. Good evening. My name is I'm calling you from UK. No, I say phone away. Also on your review, what you gonna catch say? No, also the more Metro TV, blah blah blah. Man, waiting na catch say Hanabisu no. Into Umra. Okay, mom, I'll deliver it for her, ma'am. Rush.
Okay, me frau. Me frau na.
Do you mean me you airport?
Me frau na fe
Adiasa.
Oh, Debbie. Oh, Mafia. Said o see any heavy pa. E mu de he na me free. We e de he no.
3.
Abba. Oh, fa. Yes, hello, man. Hello, Paul.
No, this is not Paul, man.
I'm looking for Paul Adumo of Metro TV Ghana.
Okay, well, I don't know his name, but he left his phone. Here are the airports, JFK airports. So we are looking for him. But we also thank you, ma'am.
So it's true.
Oh, cool.
Well done. Really?
Onyane oko holidays so okoto okope Christmas tree for Friday. Say we did good.
Or the Christmas tree we sing.
Yeah, airport on airport.
Christmas tree no be sing.
Our Ghana Airport Authority, please.
But emo me kan ko na do so appointment to krum ha wo.
Oh yeah, the board chair our Ghana Airport Authority okope flowers for Friday.
No, eto da me trust din hwese omare wade yete wona Paul Adumo kire ye board chair.
Yeah, man. Friend say.
Well, I don't a lawyer.
Oh, forget it. Oko law school, we not sure exams, man.
Were you there? You and I were not there.
No one can have brand and better to so no, I know I'm born school. Well, I don't watch Oko law school. Oh, you
KGT.
Makola, ma'am.
Oh, uncle. You see, JM, look, I want you to raise that presidency bar, no, that level. One who suit, I was a nipa nejina hono. Wo suit me who say nipa nejina hono.
No cancer mo.
She fuguno heavy. Beme na jijidem. Or nante bi onanta na so wakunko bi say na. As for super no ba no say ah. Would have like my presidency the cost certain level be. Yes, I know. Say while party for na be ministers. I agree. But chale pe won wa wo mu pia bonte a they will say nipa na ebe obi o yare kra ne ho akono so pesa ankrofo ni bi na amombo na fe hwe o man so na mo mfa to tirim ma remfi
ye 41 meters that's one of
41 meters
o ja bo bi
41% meters
everything is possible
nti wo ye bibia ka kire wo team no na ye kasa obi aye bibia there the evidence ne brewa men cancel, men delay.
Oh, but I think say even JM is far better than Ado, because even though let the way for this cry. Yeah, they are the two baby.
Vicky Hammer.
Oh, Vicky Hammer koka say or Onya na ko benya $1 million crowd account. JM unlike Nana. Yes, unlike.
As a prosecutor Onua.
Yes, of course.
The chief executive.
Any Jida ne hwan omo mu come confirm ne. E confirm so dey asema ba o. Ye bi na yikuku ni.
Na po friend say. John Kuma ko omo the poison egu hwan man na we ewu no.
E asem o.
Omo ku John Kuma.
E asem o. But I sincerely also wish to say John Dramani Mahama should investigate the death of John Kuma.
So,
yes,
I know that. I know that.
David.
Well, investigate the death. Because
former
deputy minister of state.
The former be banti
from here.
The cough and I can say
because
our few
David when you're on the national security minister because one was a minister of state. Oh, Dabi, I'm not there. Obi ani bibi a lead person. But we obabi the day and any call hotel. Chema won't to me the boy not in the TV in the summer say. Umudi be a chairman dicase to no coffee and no name of Sano can and open one no me and open a boguso and no or you okay. It's obabi the day and then come out more hotel.
Adie ni edie udi bia na
except chema won to me wu
o say
enti ebusa na so to bi kire oba ko no say you no chema won to me girlfriend o say John Kuma girl o say you mo boy the girl sofo
hey
oh one day no
very reverend
sofo
oh unim
sofo
yes
raba
but you da ya ho ba me pass ah amazing.
You'll ever taste.
Hi, baby.
Hi, Mom.
Hope you're having fun at Granny's.
Yeah, but Grandma doesn't have my favorite top chocolate spread. Hi, Mom. Mommy, please, I missed top chocolate spread on bread.
Tasty too. Made just for you and me. Top choco, it's chocolate choco. Chocolate choco, it's chocolate choco. Top choco, it's chocolate.
Surprise children!
Yay! It's chocolate choco.
Taste of chocolate. This advert is FDA approved.
Nancy, me trying tasting for you. Taste it all. Add the new seasoning powders about chicken, stew, jollof, shrimp, beef. The way it enhances the natural aroma. Taste it, Tom, dear. I trust them. And there is no staining of fish, meat, or chicken. Me need also. New aroma.
New taste.
New taste from Tasty Tom new seasoning powder.
Leave any taste.
This advert is FDA approved.
You just sit and show no.
Why had it?
Yeah, if you be testing you.
Yeah. I mean, if you be test.
If you be testing, what come on? Yaman said.
Baby, and Papa will be ready in the old.
A Biblia Munsa, Onuma, Uti Enumra, any Habayan Casa. A Fiabites, a made in Ghana by Udem Company Limited.
Numniansem and Toma Nipa unim fear doom watching, and Sase a pen for no. FDA, Adia Gedi Cratui, Atum.
For season 2, Jimedian Eba Sumo, and Mofria Bobo Muye Palmosha say, I yet now to be an Ombami in Yaje, and we ye fearfiemu, and not to Kaya home, Quesiada and Quesidibia, 4 p.m. And we're on near TV, so we're ready to for season 2 no, Eba Sumo, Oceanina now Tomabo for Dawacomaso, dial star 713 star 15 hash, Netumabo Fabian and what more, as so when you can see more. Akudenian Safo, yes, in him dear, and they are do much a dear.
Akudenian Safo, you know, Kwesiada Bia, 4 p.m. Onua TV so.
Onua TV.
I was your friend Nana Yao JB. It's all about bang 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 bang. Maybe a year age Pamre Eddie Bro. I will connect 97.1 FM from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Bibia Chichia and Kasade entertainment no your friend no information will be asking and the information be a Hana Obetin Kane. I first so can say yeah the celebrity Wednesday Eddie Bro Wednesdays be a this show and no your feature Ubia what GD I will do to na your show so live. I first so can say I feel so Chichia I will do so and you think kunya ebokunya na issue abeda board no itimi a discuss na Ubia so enya pan afre achire madwen. Can be also say Fridays rap. It's all about rap. Freestyle Friday on Connect 97.1 FM. Ejuma Pamre so. If I show Ushamia, a bang 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 bang. Do when you don't like you do? Eto format. I was so young, Chimu, dear sir, ne fata.
That's a good ball. It's a great ball.
And in Onua All Sports, as an abebium. Kaya ho ejode bia obra ye sinkunya near the major issues nina atu from Ediamau say your goals.
Jackson, brilliant. Palmer the lobs on and it's in. Of course it is.
Say you saved.
Opportunity shot takes a deflection. It's the crossbar and the rebound for the save.
Say your cat.
To pick up the ball there, Shea and the Shea got really.
Nina Onua All Sports. English Premier League, the German Bundesliga, Italian Serie A, the French Ligue 1, and the Spanish Premier La Liga EA Sports, Ghana Premier League, Women's League, Champions League, any all sporting disciplines there. And no honey Onua All Sports. Kame, Isaac Ansa Apija. Minima Apija for Solomon Amanko the Superman. Adipa GH, Niemfa Onua All Sports and Remo. Onua All Sports, Eja Theatre.
Onua All Sports, Edra Debia, 9 p.m. Ewo Onua TV so.
Onua TV. Yedwene ho pa.
Yeyine nyumre bia 7 p.m. Onua TV so.
Nyume ko maso ya saying.
Out mosquito spray and coil.
Maxim Cosmetics.
Kivo 100% natural hot pepper.
Darling XYZ wine.
Onga. Yamvita. Frutelli Calipo.
Obuasi baby diapers.
Onua TV. Yedwene ho pa.
Akwa babium na wo twa ba pawnsema enwotwe pepepe na menyenzimani kana wotwe abapa ho sema wotwe kamekana nzimamu emao na so mentenzima akasa no
try
oje wonte
na ni yakwaza mayem na me interpret ma
anyway because that day James Stressa omo friend mama no me friend mama no be jana me say omo aye na onche mu na me say 8,800,888.88 euro de nyankopon ebroche nache sister che ebroche that's a very beautiful language, I tell you. It's my language, it's a very beautiful language. Honorable Afisa Friye Ankra, a former Deputy Minister of Local Government and Rural Development and former Minister of Youth and Sports. Sanso and Honorable Akwesi Opon Ofosu, former Minister of Local Government and Rural Development. Ewaha, Minya JB, Eda Neye. Ewaha ye na ye be bon komono ye wia hopes ne chaba marewa de
eneso bi
omienu
o marewa de
see ye sha omienu ache o say minim so oba wie yo se na na nsan wie
enra chi na mi share no bizan na chairman na hafa yawe what's yawe
they say yawe na say simple
now is that one can kind of say what is this video trending pie or social media
David honorable worry
only kiti about there honorable worry I say I'm marry that watch the video 1 week na mo
Honorable every year, my joy.
Even your bam, my Joso.
And one I carry no.
Hey, interesting.
Honorable Bobo Zubi Aboko, Accra, Majo. Honorable Avis, Madam Sa when in Aje. When in Aje. Who election ni na say we are near budget 120 days in so.
Near the kind of 70 boy yet in Canada bedroom. But the ambassador, you when I say, when you mean, yeah, so election way. So,
that's right.
That's right. Now, the God factor, the divine factor, the spiritual factor in this election, no, it be a dache, never can once. If you say, a never be break also. From the spiritual perspective, never be break also. Intimidate Nasia, Kessia, Beba Tridiampo, Yankopon, in a Doba Yesua, Yesu Frena, or Jing, any Asofo Kuku Dam, archbishops, bishops, prophets, evangelists, pastors across the world, any Ghana headed through, almost sorry, Jinaye, and then Piebo, a common chair, and then Yama be Bria Quantre. Just say, you go aquemono. I say, don't want to mean to me moody, but important amount for every year. Sebio, Yamiadum, I've been involved in elections deeply since 2000. And when we say, now, easy, sir. Now, need him see a bidding kunim dear. Near very sure, see a bidding kunim. But no credit or car, said to this extent, you know. 181 dear, me dear. No credit yami enemy. My dream say be true, sir. Nam say a bidding kunim, a binya majority, but says in kunim, inchina make us say, Nanya means a womb. Nanya coupon per se, tre MPP4 BB. Now, or tre NDC 4 so BB. Now, or tre Ghana 4 so BB. So, what I say, if you say, I want my soul. hand time sebio chese omu mugana for ekasa Ghana for so omu ye ade no kra chese uhu ene humanity bia wo so ade no omu ye no sebio omu fo se bia dachi bi no akontebuo bi wo ya abato omu fo se sebio se ye nyina ye nim nyansan ebu ade ne da ho no kra ne da ho pefe black and white as one no car. A boy more advert ni be crabby tea and say, ah, them crofwe Ghana. Come on, money into we are say, they say, but they perceive a trench near my almost there be ya bomb modern pa. We share Puntunuma, we share in schools, we share hospital, we share we are acquire why you're acquiring 10,000 kilometers from here to China. From here to Pram cry a problem. From here to Kukumasia a problem. 10,000 kilometers away. It's nice and almost for set you nim yasa. I feel beyond that so mumpo abano cry said yeah I was well gone. Said yeah 2020 baby a shaman for any bread. It's not for per se a chrom bibi kakra. And I dear chromoa. Until we never say a issue whom I in our politicians say when you're to me now won't take key citizens not for granted. Okay, my main honorable point for sure enough a member on the 120 days. Honorable a year quite said Toda more man your phone. Meaning say 2 million a year net for frumo say more dead do and now some munya 2 million number of him who as some kind of level of journey a hand time being I say or therefore to me ante as a montefi na nanya kwada aya na ye den a wada roma
milika ye enamase if say na ye monitor mo studio hani adwuma na moji isa edawase abatu odano na mo monitor pa minina ka ho bi musumo mo achreche nsemu as media muma Ghana fo hu said your man eko minina boy na Ghana fo sorry waka chese dia akoso wo omemu ha no o se atwotwa na nyese atwotwa na aye mintim ho asebia abam twema mentwe we ni bi sida ebi a sida no ejina amambu a ebi sida so eho na sa batwe ebi sida no ejina amambu ebi sida na batwe ebi sida e the resource ebi sida so aba
okay Hurricane Mahama
because
Hurricane Mahama esupua me kola bremu me di policy say chi ehu amamuo ahoro abanyina no sa 8 years ebi sida eno ho so ene about resource ya be we dey chese said the omankofo ni bi kan ya no electoral commissioner fana na no asema makra na Dr. Bawumia man so because enya dia odi asem no ko be 13 hours 49 minutes pepepe no consider here
I say on se na me ka say na mo
ni mo ni tan papa
so a digital man digital figures na ba ni say
na ubusa me asemi na ma prapra kwa mu kakra efa ye mpanyufo anya political leaders in Kwao.
Okay.
Bibi a koso wo ye mamu ha ne bibiri mam bibiri nipanya tumi kakra bia na fi de just say waseson not sadada na tumi na o dani me bi edi no ohu said you city ebi tumi enye dibre omo nsesa said you ohu se otie na saa no otie na ebi num sunya kakra ebi o ha na ska onye ska no fi se otumi bibia obi wa no onya tumi bi se ye se bi akonwa eye ahini akonwa ana se ya so fi krai se ehu de omo ye but omo no ye to obo so aba nti ye ni ndi omo chi bebre se bi o tax nkodi no ho no ka se omo hu nkonta nkyerɛ na ahomaso no eni ahantai na ekoso no ya na echi tafo no so ka ye ne ma nipa no yesa
how
na de na ekoso ewo mamu he ene na me hwe Bank of Ghana profit and loss free 2012 nyina profit and 2017 profit free 2018 kono
ah ka na sakura na chese we twa no so amamu from Kwame Nkrumah time a champion ye sojani
nya Bank of Ghana lost that
eba kutukanum asojafo amembo kura Rollins ano ye sojani kura no Bank of Ghana moka besi 2018 and a Ghana Bank
na covid mayo
boka
na covid here ka ho asemi mai na Ukraine war mai and baku bi kura mu emu si 60 billion loss oh
what you doing
at the same time enya Ghana for ya na social media na ade o mu defend this anime yeah they defend as even the youth future ye jeopardize future ye di omo dachi no ekoshebo ase no credit social media no mu defend my cheerleaders ye boje omo so etili pande oye no na amani we feel said the oye na oye boni
that's right
that's na asem no ye ntumi enwo asem nim enka nchi ni pase ye wuye enye ne kwan we just the followers ne sabi ordinary people are ebi ayomu say me party nti me wu me nwunu awon support sa ne na ekoso no true for in various capacities are moral authorities that I make one sem traditional leaders business leaders religious leaders also from civil society organizations media sa group C and or maybe no or check leaders are ya to aba mo so mu die so enima bi koso a o mo twa so ntem but hey
the be ha no ka be chu
o be twa chiri pen nyina
masa me kwa chi 39 times in 2 years
it's because most of colleagues you know obo de omo akobata and omo ma support
okay
oh and omo ma support say ba say nananuma assuming say niema ekosi National House of Chiefs original say there be your man be o de kono enko yi a ontumi nti omo nyina
Galamsey Kwana Council of State no more defending
oh you know the and the masani man kosi no no accountability nkuntabuo bi ani ho obi said the media no bibia ntumi nsi eno an so oye na say college si wo East Legon that be example nkwara de suam payifo tie de ono na papa sofo ne kan efa on police for on in vehicle regulations sabi me drive crane yomsio sofo yes sir no more salute me when or bu emraso fad road safety e better now ba and drive recklessly in a residential area ko fasa semima because ni pani nim said you all yen bibiensi enti yen chimemfo no yeso ya ka ho bi and ye gege sansem no so everybody should be equal before the law say ye tie ho asese sa na tie a menyi ni se sanse bi nyina besi but ye German paka krebu wo kapelso oni breno wo ni pasa wo busie monka wo mpe wo tietie comment ni bia ebu abam nti wo nkoka ho asem kra you know eti no ye nyina ye fantu ye hofo se unya akwanya se uji omanimu a you are there to serve
okay that's it
Yes.
120 days of John Dramani Mahama. What will happen in this
before
country?
Then, no. Some can say, "If I me Yankopon," because so Yankopon at Tuaba. Apart from that, Nipana, Tuabano. President Mahama, the leadership, it make a lot of difference. Your Caulfield now or no Obekasa at every single point too. They make me chobe the Kasaka car now meet me and withdraw. Or no, he's obliged or pompo, baby, I was all Kasa. It was a point 2, 3, 4 a.m. Waba na waba bedano. By 8, 9, Obete on Weasel, we drew her, was here for the next day. It's who I also saw a branch or Obeda. No, was saying, Ukenya on our Kotwano. That made a lot of difference. It's the baby said, where does he get the energy from? The energy now, just said tenacity. Hey, Papa, you're consistently. Rosanna Jane. Sebi you who crap said the age on show. No court, no bar. Mosquito dear. The level they different.
Ono didi. Hey, enti ono ni munye du onye dia na ye.
Just say no bar and no bet no ha the next day no about crack no san court.
Me share no takra de. Ena ye do bi no oni yan ko dru bi. Ye ba Ashanti region no ho. And ye ba Eastern region, yeah, by Eastern region, I wouldn't have seen
on that for flight and so. By road.
By road. I'm so struggling.
Me, I mean, we are Fifi. Onua, so no, the on felt person, but this time, or your felt person. Now, Okoko, baby, contentious constituencies near there, no, Kokoko, quietly, no, you know, I mean, groundwork, Ashanti region, yes, silence your mouth, and never be break also. What I say, the various, your friend saying, wings of the party, youth wing, women's wing, different groups, community engagements, regional executives, constituency executives, branch executives, polling agents. Oh, I'm out for you, Juma. Now, one of the most strategic decisions party they take here now was the merger of the election and IT directors. So I'm an election director, but now minimum IT for 20, minimum budget, minimum program, minimum trade. And be free on your recommendation say the party should merge them. And the party also merge it. Dr. Manebwama now was the election and IT director. You know, overview of the whole IT and election system. No? And the computer and the team now almost a year. Juma put systems in place. The training no about 3 times. And lawyers near their professionals. Tini na no boy enti. Amount for na Ghana for ankasa na youth no. Youth no said this victory I dedicate any group to be dedication to the youth because no more some future.
It's a stake
future. A kana aban we agrego I say no sign of any development.
No country ni sana say can ye trio. O say kana aban na gbegu na say ye trio e ka aban no e dey giant. Na just say that ho ye trio.
Serious you know youth no sorry we share the way we to defend this because in 2020 masa you were ops room what who say the results number you who say we win near KBS polling stations 4 polling stations obeti ani akwa tututu and until the Crawford say tutu asem na NDC youth na aggressive now why no aggressive who na onya asa experience in 2020 and ka onya aggressive so when him said 2020 ya to aba ye nya 142 seats. Now within hours, not only to some broke for Akodane. That's why they were aggressive to protect the vote. So but then you see 2020, it will not happen again. Until true captain, you in particular and media general, why you are the captain, it will be my bomb pie and say, ish, you're captain, I saw for Binom more mudding, Radim. May any moon was you. Then your captain will be fine. Captain be fine with Kroma. I mean, Jinji had that. You when him. So I say, it's you know, Munina Ubia, Adina Ubia. We don't know multi system. Multi system. Ubia Bobi defense, Ubia attack, Ubia midfield. Every single person and a family. Into the Ubia.
Yes, you don't want to say Mokai.
I say, President Mahama. And then I'm a member of the manifesto committee. Manifesto no, on all the idea never say we no person here. na ye share stakeholder Onua call round na stakeholders no be okọ nyina ideas so de buy nyina ye quality ni nyina na fe ye share say ye ho adwuma na any stakeholders no so be share ye drafts na the kwa o say okay nti ade we amoye eyin na sika no be free aba e kwan be na mo be fa so e kada ho enti I can tell you say for every manifesto promise no ya ye ho krata honorable obidi ho adanse your implementation plan and strategy.
Oh, okay.
Enti enye say ya manifesto a ye dey win power keko for every promise bi a ye no e krata wo ho a e kwan e be fa so for example 10 billion big push here can 10 billion mo ko fa na wan believe me say answer na try e be launch manifesto no na ya sha see a ye ne stakeholders ne business community both local and foreign ye ne mo din komo how we raise that 10 billion. A very, very doable because under President Mahama, no, within 4 years, no, investment bar or memohano, according to the foreign investor community, 13.5 billion US dollars came into this country under President Mahama 4 years. And he said, Wasaya Babium now Ukra program which will cost 10 billion. It is very, very, very doable. And he also within the first 14 days, no, cabinet ministers or two is say, me sure say no train parliamentary resource or more be appoint you na onim within 14 days no crack. I bet you it will not be up to 14 days.
No, or less than that.
That is after swearing.
Yes, after swearing in. That's it. Because he knows why yet that, and that's the advantage of having an experienced person. Maybe one or two things may change, but onim exactly what is going to happen. The leanest and most efficient government, because Ade Bakwa ema yese sika ene aban go se na appointees bebre omunye adwuma papa bia ministers apart from ministers na appointees special assistants be omugo omugo flash of house and honorable canon now omo responding on social media omo
ebidum ko fan chene beto aduane
ayo no me
ha many me kasepa when him say enchene kura mato jubilee house omuntu ahon ka 1.6 million dollars.
Are you for real?
Oh, amaka se mo hasa amaka o esa sika na 3 billion emu 1.6 million enchene
we wo bo brane honorable one
so me yet was odidi akwate enchene ba obi aduma no enchene ko bu aduane
na no enchene
we dey be maintain that.
Say, I no can say septic tank at what Jubilee House. I am a contractor and so on train in Trianica.
Wow.
But anyway, we pack every
leanest government, code of conduct, national economic dialogue. That I say. A woman say President Mahama or Nimdia or almost so in the economy, no. But so mine be too poor. I was told to me adventure from various shades of opinion into yourself within the 120 days no we hold national economic dialogue so by amount for what adventure be we have our manifesto there and so quite many be fast by that time no who the true state of the economy true state who you there ye who near omo de ababa tudwa by the time I be we transition I be so in I feel and some baby p based on that no na fe a kwaya be faso even though we nim or idea about how to deal with it no was so person Ghana for so heading a trauma dream na fe sa taxes e-levy covid levy 10% levy on bet winnings emissions levy and no nyina no na obi beka se o na o pesika e de ayempuntunuma and now about taxes more. There's a psychology about taxation. Oh, see, no, amount for Cassa, Ghana for the door now, Omudioma, Ecofa, Togo, Omo Fatama port because taxes need also do. We have taxes and not taxes near too much up. Young fan say, Bia, Nipa 1,000 now, person mutual tax of 40% now. Nipa 30 penny bichia. Nipa be at 300, I 30%, no mutual tax. Who reduce the tax number 20%? Ubenya be 80%, 800 people, and on mutual 20%. Ubenya more revenue. And so to me, yet tax rate no reasonable. Nipa more. HEB is our taxes. Okopot almost taxes na be 40. You use our tax almost automatically. No, they'll start using the thermoport again into revenue. So that's how it works. We taxes no, this is how it works. We taxes now, and no more and for a patronize it, and near tax no was that. Now we year free honor, then you will get more taxes. Na fe levisa ya de toto cars so near there or the infidie bar for agric and industrial purposes e ba be year for because another 24-hour economy what the infidie bar now per se o de be ye industry be boa 24-hour economy na e be yi sa taxes na every ho na fe wetimi de oniama na ba afi obiaka say the problem with Ghana is the structure of the economy. The structure of the economy. Structure of the economy no. You say your agric program. Your agric program, they say you be establish a farmer services center. You said the city, you offer nominee anti-see or in the next 10-15 years, and you said gradually you move to modern agriculture. But modern agriculture, don't mean sorry, I don't mean modernize agriculture. I also have a structure and a system. And you say farmer services center no. Baby bia ye do bia no baby o ha omodo bode emo bro say no ye di mfidia according to enema no omodua no enti wo ye kuani a wo be ba be register wo ba be hye eyi na se a ne aba be do ama ne ama input fertilizer bibia na wo de ayewofu no by so doing you be increasing production ye modernize agriculture e ma youth no enya interest in agriculture afi ye see be land banks o kutu kwan Ghana babia ensase da ho cases are ye aban no be fast answers no now what plow now what make available to be farming villages ejebi ankrofo ewie university 5 people want meet me about together e pese edua bro e pese edua mo e pese na aban na support omo na just gradually you know you are introducing young people and young technology into the farming na banesa we so be produce more. Now, for local production, you cram more near the bano. We produce locally. Who produce locally? SS never can also to me at one manone. And no, na President Mahama said Onua be chairman of Accelerated Export Development Council. In Johnny exporters number be transit. Now, in after no, the potential after $1 trillion. African trader any home be trade, the potential is $1 trillion. Imagine say President Mahama chairing this council. Now you me penetrate cash you are a bra you do excess any idea near the rural African countries no. E be my exports now then akosro. E ba ne say you more foreign currency. So how are you going to stabilize the dollar? First of all, no production, no local production, no kosro. And near my cry and more near the no ebekofom. Now, for SS now, President Nanka said, Chair, no, you simply penetrate African markets and also the foreign exchange member. So that's how you begin to stabilize your currency. And I feel education, you can't free SHS, you be chum, but we'll come and review it. Headmasters no more implement, yeah, more kasa, kasa near transfer, kona vrungo, border towns near there. We'll give all of them, all Ghanaians will be opportunity. A national consultative conference on education. A crime and your so I be improve education. Say basic level at the top and some no books, no inputs. A crime and your schools under trees. You be free abemuno. Now you wipe off over 70%. Say it has gone up to over 6,000 schools under trees. Imagine this 21st century. Say young kola. Schools under trees. Now, how can the person be competitive with the Chinese from day one kindergarten? Use computer.
That's right.
I know academic fee policy. First year students in public tertiary institutions free tertiary education for more.
Non-negotiable.
It's not negotiable. No.
Does it? When you are far from. Public universities
first year.
Buying university.
First year.
Who call Remuno? Whose fees necessary would treat as a school Najono. Who first school fees in court.
Because
non-negotiable.
Because you see, Ayana amount for name the effect and impact of this thing. Imagine say Obi Sebio or Sheshe Kodobeji and Himfa Uchimia Kusa more often than not, Nipa no wababe need as well for the entire community and as a family. Which means 6 months when you admission to university. ne maame akoton ne ntoma be enan sia sika ne nso. If you know the number of calls and messages every year via your BA square, Master, you will now understand. One will say, if you're a politician, now will lose touch with the people, now will lose conscience. So your cows, you know, but a real. It is Colano, imagine so when you're admission to university now because of 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 when to be a co-university. See the difference to make say San Cola we to me a co-university. No more to me change your Mabusha, no communities. A huge impact. Now, for the subsequent years, no, yes, student loans, no, you be improve the system, no, modalities, no.
Yes. Campaign in the meeting, but may we campaign and be some questions. Enti, me to me form. Let me admission to University of Cape Coast, University of Ghana, Legon, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Pacho, technical universities they can.
So I say.
Polytechnics now
public tertiary institutions, universities, colleges of education, nursing training institutions, etc.
Debio Tobo
is here.
Nursing training for no first year for no fees.
Debbie, who say would admission letter? You catch us a brabitia
admission
fee 3,000, 5,000, 7,000 depending. Safi na buying for.
Ono bunya butema mwate na 7 na de aba na modu nursing training wo call first year no free unto admission fee
unto teacher training
your first nursing training teacher colleges of education and also admission fee
yes
you na betua
yes
aban na betua
yes
okay yes universities
yes
and you no betua admission fee
yes
aban na betua
yes technical universities
almost so you na betua eti public universities ni na tertiary level ni na no wo first admission fee no
yes
abayetua and non-negotiable
okay so what I say good ya cost to enti ena omo di them free ena fee
first admission fee
and ya ka say subsequently no now fee you go through the student loan trust no so what I say and I feel
Sabantua no wie ma wa na wa ko apply for student loan
exactly to continue
then so ma me no papa ho han won let me akọ besia nti wo kwa wura me na minister me ko ntimi ko na mobia Mahama ji admission fee biom say admission fee no free men ka say wo ko university
obi on ba be chop money
obi am biom Daniel Auti afei free sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary schools. Sebio, o boss one e say we 120 days as some year
yeah.
Honorable anya 1 year.
No.
120 days. Say 120 days. Enkwara wo primary, junior high school, any senior high school, a man and woman obi abenya sanitary pads.
Yes.
Obi aba more than free.
Commence the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary schools.
That's I then what time go.
There be only say no and Kolanibu had 9 years na.
That's right.
So what I say. And you know the psychological effect. Na sanitary pads is any boy say. When you're crying, you say, "Boy,
the
lowest
or the tax,
the lowest 20 cities."
Yeah. Oh, no, we talk yesterday.
Okay.
Also the lowest.
Oh, cameraman, so to be say 25.
That's some 20.
You know, 25 cities. Imagine. 9-year-old, 10-year-old in a village. 25 for Kofane.
But a luxurious product also.
It's a luxurious product.
Are you aware? Yeah. No, there are a big call up to 65.
Yes, but a luxurious product is cost tax.
Well, tax it's not necessary because you see, a man, what makes the woman are way better than any panel. A biological function. So what I say, a nature. That is what makes them a man. How much me wo baby as it's a was a burden on them. Said you'll be because of that. No any complex. Won't even go school. Imagine 9-year-older. What started? Said you when you're bra. Now he no coffee. Well, you know what 25 cedis is a month for some families. Said you near the cranny. A bad as I want to be go school. the effect has on them. It's a major social intervention. Now, yes, sir, behind Nigeria, we will support local production of these parts. Companies will have more the capacity to produce it locally, but the taxes are no incentives. It's yes, sir, you will be able to produce them locally. Now, wait me a supply. Now, I have 13. Institute enquiries and/or forensic audits into the following matters of public interest: collapse of indigenous Ghanaian banks and financial institutions at a supposed cost of 25 billion Ghana cedis, illegal printing of money, and now Honorable Khan Sabno, Chesikasa Bank of Ghana, Unimajumoye, Aumutimi Boka, BC, National Cathedral, 58 billion, and $58 million, no. So various bungalows for judiciary near the judicial training school, any other embassies or mubuya was they have to pay compensation. The cost of Saadino, any compensation also muchenino. Or the Kawa, I'm sure this 58 billion will go higher. Illegal and inflated single source contracts, baby. COVID-19 expenditure, okay, Sputnik V.
And by the main investigate. You commence investigation.
Of course.
120 days.
Yes, of course. Now, what with all this, no, a Japan, PDS, SML, ambulance, spare parts deal, 13th African Games, Skytrain, Pualugu Dam, Masset, Galamsey fraud.
Martin Pualugu Dam, $12 million.
We have to investigate. And nothing about for two Abama, you know. So I tell you,
international vice president, Obeko commission, and
everybody, without respect to anybody. So I tell you, your best chance here, say a commissioner, say a committee, say a minister in charge of oral no will set that institution up because a nothing to about my hair may call around most of the tertiary institutions may carry a name in say hey near walking in himself or my be a muntimin by Nientia support may Twitter millions of people. Majority of the people say oral. We can't afford to fill them. I'm going to say about father for all.
And the JB, it is. When you are saying that, say or no, the Americans are being in an assembly. Now, when we are sick, okay. Yeah, it's good now.
Now, sir, when him says, I buy a lot of dynamics.
Chairman Bill, a friend won't to me. Most active
and also count. So, amount for so a better now, Saka information amount for Crano. At the right time, you see, we will recover. Nothing, a base to government policy banning.
Mofa will come. You can't get the idea.
Men find show. Hold on, why 120 days?
No reports, no
accounts.
Banning political appointees from purchasing state assets.
No say.
Yeah, banning political appointees from purchasing state assets.
And the sad statement, John Bayan Dabay.
Within 120 days.
Within 120 days.
Yes, of course.
Or the Clatabatuso.
Mas I mean, my Trabemo. I buying. In a Sanya Trabemo, I run his trans for 19 years. In Chief Uncle Biaba and Kuma, Ubiaba, no Febico, and Kibibeka. Honorable Tia. Sebi. What is it? Debbie, no way. Never. What is it?
Wouldn't it be?
No. Oh, it's not right. So,
and the moment I do
a trade fair, why wireless secure and Sansi 50 acres. Oh, 6 cars cramming in Gibida. 6 cars, baby.
Car.
Oh, don't forget, sir.
Wow.
Yeah, no, your co-orientation. Oh, your finance minister say co-orientation. Come now, hoy. To Dazi, Omno lecture. Then they take us back to how we started. What I said, PNDC, AFRC, how we started. Into no unyasa orientation from beginner. We BBA, we careful. What I into tell maybe I tear if you walk cars, I walk, Ubi any. See a digger and a sikan kamubu, sikan suma. So what I said, this business of and say President and yes, sir, we no more establishes a certain standard. And Kofoka say, Tiabum Hanyare, Muje Jamo. So what I say, it's the temptation says to say, okay, what about the end of mobile society? It's when you shoot somebody and it's a very free for all. What should not happen? We must protect state assets. o share properties me say na before say en kran kwa Masa Tamale
Kumase Takrade Agip Ba ko be bia o mama ka
me your support me chia ono so bo adwuma pa
Kumase de na ma yewra de bufu yo se mo fa masase ma me
Kumase de no o mo to so tu for say yeah obi am fa masase
so they allocate seed money for women's development bank no because research
honorable 120 days so
these are institutional low hanging fruits so president Okotra cabinet I know saw my directives we when you say one formal committee we there was a co-parliament say we know say best establish be there was a co-parliament and now co-approval you a super majority we know them observers
micro minority
observer yeah the majority no ebe enema ebe move the country forward yeah abuse you know so what I say now they are launching the priority job creation programs in the first budget. In the first budget now, Minister of Finance be kind of. I was here allocated sika for a Jumewura program no.
Any 24-hour economy.
National apprenticeship program and a 1 million coders no. Very important because if we are saying what I say, coding no, and no na the foundation for digitalization no. The entire India technology ICT economy is because almost access almost teaching colony in coding. And companies no, Microsoft, Google, there's some more bar. Year what we call a digital literacy survey. And Colorado was saying what that basic coding, you know. It's either so Baba establish or Hana so here outsourcing on himself or the Jumani bar. And Colorado do not know what the base, you know, I coding, no coding, no say bridge and calling enough right from a basic school near Chom coding. The basis, President Mahama being visionary, no, we lost that in the technological revolution. We lost that in the industrial revolution. We cannot lose that in the digital revolution. If we are what's to say, you know, the digital age, you can do nothing about it. Robotics, AI, this
and that. Dr. Bobiali Foundation,
I love the answer.
President Mahama. Ena Ole fiber optic cables over almost 1,000 kilometers from Accra to Boku. Accra Tema radius, Ole about 300 kilometer radius fiber optics. Or building about 116 base stations for your 4G. It's a digital infrastructure now, President Mahama Nelia. It's a foundation, President Mahama. In any case, no, a studio high, it's a broadcast. It's because of the infrastructure to relay the production to people outside. It's President Mahama they laid that foundation possible say ubit me the so-called digitization. Now only foundation I know it me build on it. It's no some more kakeke. Now if you scrap law now ban importation of salvage vehicles no. Because Swame magazine Kokompe aposo kind omo complaining pa na British High Commission omo section bi any be share and almost say you encourage a local production of vehicles near there and so very good but omo a survey omo ya brofo omo a survey of nipa dudu etimi to brand new cars for Ghana compared to omo to second hand cars. Percentage is not even 20%, even 10% grade. It is all the policy, but also for a babe and Ukrainian manufacturing. Or more babe a assembly plants of vehicles, VW near there. And because of that, you know, local industries, company magazine, because of them, banning. Cars are said you want pony kakra, me and family. Now I collapse so all these hundreds of thousands of people are. Is it fair? No. But don't say they beat me at a brand new car. It's no, yeah, babe, remove sa ban no. Omo muska me share juma me invest juma me here first mechanical Lloyd. Near to brand new cars. Your database no. Your you the more meet me at us our cars no. Omo cost one talk.
No many papa my friend Mr. Kolache.
Okay. No. So, enti ye be banes ade and say be akokompe for magazine for. Let me abo mo develop that industry no. Because sana me can say you go Korea you go visit Hyundai or factory. That's how they started. kakra sa kokompe ene so ame omitimi aye vehicles ya mo support na nti no ne ade be na face scholarships your scholarship be but ade nyina no eye he the one information nti ama politicians no how can napo take government scholarship na ban etuareka ajo asafo and people like that many Baumia Samira and ne brother ne ade ebi wa kom jiska no kra mo nko school no. It's not right. Sabio ubuha onkroma scholarships or the buy na adwen wechiri ubu ho a o hwehwe kodobedi afiade nyigba gumpuru yoyo odimade ma only opportunity. Those are the people who should be given scholarships to. Me nibi kra I know how to maneuver. So I just say me am push you more. But politicians no one sign your political opportunity now I say scholarships no ba na wa GB.
Mon first scholarship Emma Minister Biabi.
How should you do that? It's not right. My year a lot of courses. My year Harvard courses twice. My year defense and intelligence courses. Different. I find my own way. Me bicycle never, not one time. I find my own way. What I say? Oh, you're a minister. You have privileges. You have opportunities. So now, Onua here omono. Oh, that's how. So, Kuma the scholarship no the nepotism bank ewa. Okay. Microphone me a push you omo.
Is it a press conference? Honorable to for 2 minutes.
Okay. Now for illegal mining now okay. Yeah, be banning no. Yeah. Forest reserves. And you are illegal mining or forest reserve. We are starting pack you because from 7th is over. No illegal mining on water bodies, no illegal mining in forest reserves. And no, and no. Until they better get ready. Now, for Black Star experience, we know more interest. But I will say, Ghana, no. Du Bois, Ebaha, Marcus Garvey, Ebaha, Kwame Nkrumah Nankasa, Obama, and then a wife, Ebaha. Other dignitaries. You say, sir, experience, no. You think packaging year. And I have various year of return, Pana Fest, and I have festivals, a fashion, imagine say, a branding company, a fashion. Now what all rights no. Now every year be an number manager fashion. I'm marketing internationally. So no more TBB to the traditional council. The same with other festival who get to do you know the traffic it will bring? You see, you're creating your friend of Black Star experience. Over Ghana, that experience, you're packaging. This is Nkrumah's land. Omu believe in Nkrumah. Marcus Garvey came here. What was the experience? Du Bois came here. What was the experience? Obama came here. What was the experience? You're packaging your tongue. Even you're making your tongue digitally. So you be creative. Now what talk? You know, your friend says, 3D. Why no? Or $100. You have a code. No, actually, you experience. You come to Ghana. You come to the castle digitally. Near chat will raise a lot of money. Engineer only scout the tickets there, $100. $100. Imagine say Nipa 1 million. $100. Saying, oh, so want to leverage that. And I feel they are starting investigation into militia for a year. Momusha Somalia, Mutu Bahati. Either say.
All right, Patrick. Yeah, quite easy. I swear, and I feel for press conference in free electoral commission for so you need to on Pesomka.
On behalf of the chairperson of the commission, I welcome you all to this evening's press briefing. The purpose of this press conference is to provide an update to citizens about the collation of results in a number of outstanding constituencies. As you may be aware, at the time of the declaration of the presidential results by the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, the presidential results from 9 constituencies had not been received. In addition to that, parliamentary results from 12 constituencies had also not been received. The facts are as follows. After close of polls on Saturday, the 7th of December, the collation at constituency collation centers began in all 4 40,648 collation centers, as expected. The Commission had put in place a robust mechanism enshrined in CI 127 to ensure the accurate but timely collation of results. Our well-trained staff were proceeding along the procedures enshrined in CI 127. Halfway through the collation, supporters of some political parties entered into the collation centers and disrupted and impeded the ongoing collation process. These supporters destroyed and tore the pink sheets being used for the collation, as well as ballot papers which could be relied upon in case of a dispute. In some cases, constituency results collation forms which were being collated were destroyed. Additionally, computers being used for the electronic collation of results were also vandalized. This brought collation in those constituencies to a standstill. It is important to note that in most of the collation centers, it is important to note that in most of the collation centers, our staff were issued with death threats and beaten up. This is the reason why collation for the outstanding constituencies could not proceed as envisaged. We wish to place on record that the delay in collation of results in those outstanding constituencies was in no way the fault of the Commission. It was simply because supporters of political parties besieged our collation centers and disrupted proceedings, bringing collation to a standstill. They also destroyed the constituency results collation forms and pink sheets required for collation and ballot papers which could be relied upon in case of a dispute. In our bid to ensure the prompt collation of results in these centers, the Commission took immediate steps to liaise with the IGP to provide adequate security to enable our staff collate the results. To date, out of the 12 constituencies requiring recollation of parliamentary results, 3 have been completed. The 3 constituencies where collation has been successful are Suhum, Akwatia, and Fantiapa North. Recollation is yet to take place in the following constituencies, namely Ahafo Ano Southwest, Ahafo Ano North, Obuasi East, and Techiman South. It is imperative to note that the recollation in the following constituencies, namely Domi Kwabenya, Okakwe Central, Ablikuma North, and Tema Central constituencies did not follow lay-down processes as enshrined in CI 127. Despite police presence at the collation centers to enable the Commission staff undertake the recollation, the centers were again besieged by party supporters who took over the process and forced our staff to declare results of their preferred candidates. In all 4 instances, the processes enshrined in CI 127 were not followed, and our officers were threatened to declare winners without following the laid down processes and procedures required for collation. It is therefore the conclusion of the Commission that the collation and declarations which did not follow laid down procedures are illegal and cannot be upheld by the Commission, since the processes for collation and declaration as set out in CI 127 were violated and not followed. It is instructive to note that as a result of the disruptions that took place during the recollation and to ensure the safety and security of our staff and the collation and declaration processes, the Commission agreed with the Ghana Police Service to relocate the collation center to the Tesano Police Depot. The Commission duly informed the political party leadership to provide the names of 2 agents as required by law. The collation at the Tesano Police Depot was observed by party agents for the 4 constituencies, namely Fantiakwa, Akwetia, Sum, and Nzawam Adwejiri. With the exception of the Nzawam Adwejiri constituency, the collation was successfully concluded in the other 3 constituencies. The collation process was far advanced for Nzawam Adwejiri constituency. However, the political parties agreed to return today, Friday, 13th December 2024, to continue with the recollation. The process, however, stalled because the police indicated that the environment was not conducive to enable them provide the needed security in light of the impending threats by the political party supporters. They indicated that per their situational analysis, there could be loss of lives if the recollation was allowed to continue. The EC has maintained, however, that the recollation is not illegal and it is within its mandate. Some have alleged that the choice of the Tesano Police Depot as the venue of the recollation is illegal. This is false, as the Commission is not required by law to gazette collation centers. What is important is for the Commission to inform the parties about the collation centers, which has been done. This was done in the case of the Tesano Police Depot, and the agents of the political parties were there to observe the collation and declaration. We urge all stakeholders, especially the political parties, to cooperate with the Commission to complete the process in the following areas: Nzawam Adwejiri, Ahafo Ano South West, Ahafo Ano North, Obuasi East, Techiman South, Domi Kwabenya, Okaikwe Central, Ablekuma North, and Tema Central. And these are the details of the destruction of the collation centers in these constituencies. In Nzawam, the collation center was besieged by hundreds of party supporters who violently impeded the collation process and brought it to a halt. 2 ballot boxes and 1 BVD were destroyed at the collation center.
Ballot boxes containing ballot papers.
Ballot boxes which contain ballot papers. In Havana Southwest, party supporters invaded the collation center and disrupted the collation exercise. Ballot boxes with ballot papers kept at the district storeroom were burnt, and officers were also severely beaten. In Ahafanonof, party supporters also attacked the commission's vehicle carrying ballot boxes with ballot papers and the declaration of resource forms to the collation center. The ballot boxes and the declaration of resource forms were burnt by the party supporters. The presiding officers on board the vehicle were also beaten. The supporters invaded the collation center and started beating the election officials. The DO, the returning and deputy returning officers fled the collation center and went to hide at the police station. All materials in the district office were brought outside and burnt. In Obuasi East, the collation center was attacked by party supporters. The returning officer was forced to declare the results when he was threatened with an axe. One BVD charger was stolen. At Domekwabenya, the collation center was besieged by party supporters. They offloaded the ballot boxes which contained ballot papers in the commission's vehicle and set the ballot boxes ablaze. This disrupted the collation process and brought it to a halt. The driver was also beaten, and a policeman drove the commission's vehicle to the police station for safety. In all, 14 ballot boxes were burnt, containing ballot papers were burnt. At the collation center, the following items were destroyed: tables and chairs hired for the collation, 2 BVDs, the wooden door and panel, and slight damage to the bonnet and the left back door of the official vehicle belonging to the commission. In Okakwe Central, the collation center was also attacked by party supporters and vandalized, bringing the collation exercise to an abrupt end. The returning officer was forced to declare results using 110 polling stations instead of 141. The following election materials were either destroyed or stolen: projector lens broken, the hard drive of the system unit was stolen, the desktop was also broken into pieces, the keyboard also broken, the computer mouse was stolen, Wi-Fi router stolen, the presidential collation form 9 was also destroyed, and then about half of the parliamentary resource summary sheet was also burnt. In Tema West, party supporters invaded the collation center and manhandled Tema Central. In Tema Central, party supporters invaded the collation center and manhandled officers, including the district electoral officer. The DU managed to escape with the assistance of the police. The mob, however, attacked the policemen at the entrance of the collation center and destroyed the glass door and windows. The Tema West district officer was forced to declare the results, which excluded 2 polling station results. So instead of the Tema Central District Electoral Officer, or let's say the RO, it was rather the Tema West District Electoral Officer who was forced to declare the results, which did not include 2 polling station results. The 2, if added, would have changed the results in favor.
No, don't say it. Leave it. Leave it.
So, excluding the 2 polling stations. In Techiman South, party supporters invaded the collation center and molested the returning officer and other staff. The returning officer was forced to declare the results at gunpoint. The following items were destroyed: ballot boxes, including ballot papers, DVDs, voting screens, and power banks. In conclusion, the Commission wishes to inform the general public that the exercise to conduct the collation in accordance with the provisions of CI 127 is not illegal. It is within its mandate, and the Commission would work with the parties and the Ghana Police Service to bring the processes to a conclusion. Thank you.
Yes, please. If you can get a soft copy so that we can work on it over the weekend.
I have this soft copy.
Thank you all so much. We look forward to hosting you at the EC Media Party shortly, so you will be informed. And sincere apologies for the late start. We trust that you will bear with us. Would you do a closing?
All right, the Electoral Commission, no. JB,
I don't get it too. Political parties are conduct elections.
David.
So why would EC say Isi na kofui anyebia sabotete boko there. No, who's been advising these people? Who's been advising them?
You see,
because General, one quick one. Techima South, returning officer no, a declare result at Amwa. Okay. You need Techima South to pray free honor. It's a woman Rojiri. Returning officer and declare the NDC as a winner. And if you want to contest that particular result, where do you go? You go to the High Court.
That's right.
Not recollation. What is this whole, misconduct all about? It's as if some predator used to a one-man show. It's as if some predator penny be any hono one, or bet me a trouble for catch up and this and them rather was at a Now 7 different constituencies are in contention. I have for no southeast and southwest. Mokano. East and declare. What happened? They told my son so they are back Tesano. For what? Ablekumanov. There are refugees about 3 or 4 days ago, and we declare Rabina Obed as the winner for Ablekumanov constituency. So why are they recounting it again? If they have any issue with it, Adams Aboko High Court. In any case, the presidential result is like I said, no, you see, please, because Ghana from one we are able to read and write. Don't allow yourselves to be used by any political party, the micro political parties. the micro minority. No, you see, I don't know, member of parliament. This is a teacher child. Open MP before gaining some level of minority in parliament and numbers of parliament. But when you know very well,
JB, my catch now say East way away no. Now one more year MPP annex.
No, this is seriously madness.
A deputy women organizer. Bossman Asare. Or a deputy national organizer. Akwaya Beka say, or a deputy national communicator. Eti abro almost plan now almost fire no.
This is seriously bad.
Yeah, Bossman Asare we see it here to say so far what for be here. Can we are see it here so far what for be here. And near why I can asem. Bossman Asare nanim. Wo mani wu poto. Eti no adentina Mama Yeresa. It's almost your party, Juma. And yes, almost your Ghana Juma. In any case, CI now, you didn't declare results, no? Or say SSL returning officer, no?
Yes.
Or no, and SSL
CI 127.
Or declare the law is clear. There's no ambiguity in the law.
And the last time you call courts, you did elections to call court. Elections are won at the polling station.
Yeah, in Google CI
127.
CI 127. Yeah,
oh,
Obian funny. Me machine CI 127. Enya dia. E wetri. Who Google who benya the 4th edition.
Yes. And there's a declaration of the parliamentary and the presidential result in the CI.
And
it is so clear.
Eti say ehin or say oko.
Almost say omo say returning officer no for the district coalition say announce result via the next resort say won tiasia the next place at be call high court not recollection center e water no
Charlie party.
Say you to me announce results in the
deputy women.
That is why you take it to the high court. I mean, why are you wasting our time? You're trying to trying now. Watch you better celebrating 41 meters, 41. You better celebrate. You are there wasting our time. 7 different constituencies, mind you. Here, only baby who. Techima South. A honor the last 4 years. We are book of form. That place is still in contention. And the sitting member of parliament, Martina J. Kwasa, sat before the camera and so declared the one as a winner. That you see, okay, most also found recollection. For what? If there's any form of contention, go to the high court. Let that place be the last resort. Why are they wasting our time?
JB, one party, deputy women organizer.
No, this is madness. Please.
Bossman Asare, or a deputy national organizer, MPP. One almost some holding deputy commissioners in Obia or positioner or holding the year. And you see, say Yame Pesot, Yanko Pobet me at the tell, yeah, I saw be crew, Ukru, I am, and Yanko Ponchamo crew, and Yama Bia. Because crew will be a Yama. Why her name so a woman ashy?
Maybe I can't see I need the
see, and maybe at the point is very simple. One more year MPP at Juma and Adiana Bro Moso. That's all.
Because why are we here? We are here because I don't the press company. I don't the prayer wine. It's a woman to Nigeria. They are well, man. Children try to me member of parliament. No, I mean there's some useless decision. We shouldn't entertain it. Why we simple. Then you go your way, go and learn your lessons, come back again, stronger, and win that seat again. You don't just waste our time. You are talking about 1 week in it. You are so protest over elections. It is NDC for injection found to swear. Like what would be the other means? I'll bet me they declare results. Recollation. When your CI do not say anything about recollation. Then I want to say something brothers are Ghana for. I say you read him cost I say I mean almost how much I say.
We now.
Yes or no?
Presidential results no. anya said ye yankaba no ye hweman so
okay hweman
nke jato man
but this na katokwa sisi o baby bebre look at parliamentary elections your friends touch my sound we are not learning any reasonable lessons from it last 4 years itokwa si wo hono soldiers for cook for 8 yes you are free
because this year nobody was punished
yes because and this year the same place in Ankasa yes also contesting the same results are we not learning any reasonable lessons from it ye twema ko for answer in the case of Sia and actually one in this very particular elections.
Now the Peace Council is saying
the bogus
Yefanko IPAC meeting. When the rules are clear as to what to
and nobody cares about it. And you are happy telling us
CI 127 43 Declaration and publication of parliamentary election results. Subject to Regulation 42, immediately after the result of the poll for all the polling stations in the constituency of the returning officer have been given to the returning officer shall, the operation word is shall,
which it means to say
shall in the presence of the candidates or the representatives of the candidate or not more than 2 counting agents appointed by each candidate. Assemble the results from the polling stations without recounting. Without the ballot in the ballot boxes, except where there is a challenge by a candidate or a counting agent in respect of a specific ballot box. B. Fill the parliamentary election results summary sheets as set out in Form 1D of the schedule. C. Give public notice of the total number of votes cast for each candidate. D. Publicly declare as elected in a parliamentary election the candidate who had the highest votes. E. Request the candidates or the representatives or counting agents of the candidates to, together with the returning officer, sign the parliamentary election results collation form as set out in Form 1C of the schedule and the parliamentary election results summary sheet as set out in Form 1D of the schedule and post a copy at the constituency collation center. F. Give each candidate or the representative or counting agent of a candidate a completed and signed copy of the parliamentary election results collation form set out in Form 1C of the schedule and the parliamentary election results summary sheet as set out in Form 1D of the schedule. G. Endorse on the rate specified in Form 1B of the schedule and the name of the person elected. And finally, forward to the commission the endorsed rate and a note of the total number of votes cast for each candidate. 2. The commission shall, on receipt of an endorsed rate, publish the Gazette a notice stating the name of the person elected and the total number of votes cast for each candidate, and B. Inform the clerk to Parliament soon after that of the name of the candidate elected. Ebusafo Emrawe Adrikwe Otu. Yabon say Adokwe. Okay, I'm sorry. Yabon say
Adokwe.
Adok. Okay. ATJ Mensa. Simple. I don't speak Ghana. I Jane Mensa. Adokwe. Whichever. Jane A Mensa. And some can say metra and Jane A Mensa. Emrana Onua de ye adwuma na ye de to aba no. Eye kwan mienu na ye declare results because ye to aba mienu pe. De okodi MP. any the okodi president. Emran say a CI 127. And then the year Juma. Now Emran 127 no Krata Fanchi Chem Edrianai Miensa a paragraph 43. Or say SSA Abana Yabatoni na no a returning officer shall to me eshano say ono ena ebeda nipa wan wi no edi na mra say SSA oyesa one ewo eye candidate na we lose ana de one win obi o won so a olusu a onjina ho but ontimi nkasa ono wari onjina ho nti emeye mmubo abado yempe obi a owo ho obesi na nam na yenya announcement no woni pananim se sa nipa ne nso oni ho a yempe nipa mienu a wogina ho a wo hwe yem wo kan aba no no munya declaration wo nanim de edi kan assemble all the results from the polling stations without recounting the ballot in the ballot box except where there is a challenge by a candidate or counting agent in respect of a specific ballot box. Or say, yen can be mom na fe no eye penia oda constituency na no onso ba konsem omodin na mom e bi obebo ni din no say wakan wo mahwegu wa sorte akan awie na say obi wo haw bi a ballot box ba ko asem wo ho na say a specific polling station and no and you betimi aka ho asem but and also no wakacho say not recounting
exactly so
without recounting because you
yes that means it says so unya kan ballot papers ni wie a that's what declare we are it ends it oh ho asem bi kan na court
na say ya ye ka say pacho nsawo adrejiri returning officer no when declare result
o declare ye ka tell another private
okay eti
teacher by force say another prayer
say sande call another prefix say owo pink sheet ebetimi aye bibi amana
high court
you go to the high court
simple
you present your case but winning Jane A Mensah me mbon kan din no Jane A Mensah or your deputy women organizer or your party adwuma because wanya ne sa ase MPP for bekasa wa moa won
obi asoma won Ghana for to aba enye onu ntimi ye ho hwe
me body bossman asare
wani
sa wanya hwe a wo de we ya ne wasini ti ase hwe no phone so no he ba ma bi edi asem no odi fo be mi ni shirt bottom so boss we be first two na ne kom sensen ho say ye len so abo so amoamoa cause we just to so wawe ade na fono no what you say eti wo hwe na nima ade no andi amoa won
yes no
and you see
and that is the will of the people
emran say emran say subject to regulation 42 immediately after the result of the poll for all the polling stations in the constituency of the returning officer have been given to the returning officer shall, in the presence of the candidate or the representative of the candidate or not more than 2 counting agents appointed by each candidate. Do I declare on ekoro? Won ti ase a.
No court wo. E ho ye di parliamentary result ho.
In any case, na say your case in Supreme Court. What was the final judgment now? Chief Justice Ekanye.
Yeah.
Or can say case ni kura no. E say high court.
High court the case di ka.
Because it's a parliamentary matter.
Exactly the point.
The Supreme Court made it clear.
And presidential issues are always discussed at Supreme Court. Parliamentary or high court.
Simple.
So if you have any issue with the election result, go to the high court. Change another break to when you have
easy way on pass on dream moment. Okay. Sabaumia ama bonte amekasa waria. Anka easy way Kaba no declare presidential results. I'm telling you.
Honorable.
I am telling you today because the agenda was 50.9. As to how they were going to get that 50.9, only God knows. And that is why Nana says only Baumia and Kasano.
Yeah, Dada.
That is why Baumia says Nanado and then Kasano. How can you say transition?
The vice president is
the vice president.
Only what meanwhile Ghana here.
Ghana for come to think of this. Kufuor's time Ali Mahama was there. Rawlings handing over to Kufuor, Ali Mahama was also there. Professor John Evans was there.
Sure. Atamis a handover, but time I not more a handover. John Mahama handover. Papu Semisata was there. So what is the point?
Anyway,
teaching is that a year first I don't know or Indiana.
With all this, institutions, for me, President Mahama Ebe. Biggest challenge I will say dealing with these independent institutions of state. Independent institutions of state, the judiciary, electoral commission, anti-corruption agencies. Say, omo compromise pe na democracy literacy are turning upside down because omo na was omo acting as checks executive power. So parliament will oversight responsibility over the executive. Se parliament here compromise pe na ma executive no ni ma de omo pe na Bloomberg no way Mo Ibrahim report on judiciary de na ye ka ho asema ase ye NDC for na yetu ani asi judiciary so. Now, according to Mo Ibrahim in 2014, I say Ghanaians' confidence in the judiciary's impartiality was rated at 95.3 points. Yes, I say in 2014, John Mahama president. Now Ghanaians were confidence in the judiciary as impartial. And yet dia aban wo control biya wo judiciary no so. The rating 95.3. Now as of 2023 I dropped to 68.3. So Sana this same report Mo Ibrahim report about the EC, about other institutions. Just say, or compromised. And one of the greatest challenge President Mahama Ebe is to address this issue. Waka the code of conduct and standards for public officials. Obie nimse in the public institutions. The code of conduct, impartiality, independence, professionalism. You as a professional. It's easier. You are a professional. You're aligned to a political party because president been appointed. You must be impartial. And I'm because of the partial alliance to a political party or a party in government. Nyamada Roma, and a Ghana Fonso, the Akoyeni. Revolution, a revolution, you. There's a big revolution of mindset. Say Obiana, say Uye, Ubibie, Yadi Jumasha, sir. Say Uyeno, said the Fata. And Mama, President Mahama, a mandate also says Yemo. Or didn't see from. Now, mandate no war or with the majority behind him. All those who have shown their hands say, Omama a to be professionals, to be ethical, say, Meno a mran namdi juma. You said that no namdi juma nemum me true good no me please you, those people should account. Now on sanitize the system. So that in future, obiya public institution more. Obenya sa at the back of his mind say, man conducting me who year, I have some a responsibility. I have a day of accountability.
Chief, but you see, yet to Krumhan will say, and it started as from you, the politicians, more politicize it. Every single institution, every single one of them. You were police for we NDC for, you police for we MP for, you were soldier for we NDC for, and I mean, it should not in any shape or form happen in anywhere in this country. But one am why.
But Mama, the example. Say Ghanaians in 2014, the survey. Ghanaians' confidence in the judiciary was saying 95.3. Say they are independent, they are impartial. Now, 10 years along the line, a drop. Ghanaians see the judiciary as being controlled. And then, young time, Omanka say, John Mahama,
no, but it's
control judiciary.
It's a serious trend, and I think that going forward as people, we need to strategize by finding solutions to some of these things that can plunge this country into total chaos and mayhem. Okay? We've gone for our elections. Otherwise of whatever, it was peaceful.
Yes.
Ghana first.
We had snatching of ballot boxes at some few places. The very first time in the electoral history of this country, in Greater Accra region, that incidents in the central part business district, no incident was recorded. We have the peripheral recording one or two things. Okay? And results were collated, announced, and then all of a sudden, body now or supervising elections, you know. The body itself is fighting with Onua rules and regulations.
In one instance, returning officer Abe declare result. Then the following morning, deputy returning officer comes to declare a counter result.
The EC itself is actually in contention with their own rules and regulations, their own CI.
So in a decade, this is where we have declined as a country.
And
this is where the institutions...
We have a human rights lawyer as a president. He is silent more than a dead cow and is not willing to say anything about this. And you see, since when did the police station become a coalition center?
I'm just shocked.
Things.
And the last time we call her, but we are more year coalition. The last time we call her,
Ghana for me, you see, yes, I was actually depicting a certain picture to the entire country for us to know the true colors of this crop of New Patriotic Party members. The party hierarchy, the executive hierarchy, the legislature. As for the judiciary, we'll find another time to talk about it. Not tonight. Okay? Now, Obi Ayatu Abewe Marane say, so one tell who was here. court.
Is it not so? Is it not surprising?
Women have forgotten the constituency. First time.
Yes.
Nipan Bako, or court 4 years.
Reverend Odote.
Odote, Reverend.
Odote.
Or next court is I swear the new parliament in the court rulings on the MP.
Can you imagine this?
I want
Honorable Kai. It happened in this country.
Yeah.
The court knew the figures. They could have given a ruling on that. But as peaceful as we are, we all kept mute, watched it play on, and played off. Nipa ne tena fa konfie nan okokot sa 6th January to 7 January I be swear in the next parliament.
Next parliament.
And a high court man ruling say ono and a MP. They say no go the MP no way. Who won job?
Because
is it not surprising to know to say all these seats are in contention are MPP so to say seats are almost say a MPP seats in the for and the ones are MPP for winning it there's no problem with it, but near MPP for the other this for winning there's a problem with it. So I mean, what is this?
Why is all of a sudden Ghana for
what is this?
Ghana for I salute you, my idea. You teacher mama. Ghana for you teacher mama. You teacher mama. Say MPP Ashanti region seat.
Can you imagine?
Offense north.
I have one north south, and I have one north south east or whatever. 3 of them.
Ashanti regional, and then MPP contested Ashanti region seat. Hey, the people of Ashanti region in Ghana, I salute you this evening.
Revolution is
This is how we should be treating our politicians. They will sit and think.
And an opener maker say, look, NDC should not even give up. So even if we should take them the last day, so me are contesting all these results. I'm going to be court. No more grabbing all those friends and electoral areas and I say constituencies. They should do it because you see, it is the will of the Ghanaian people. Ghana for the Koto Santo Kotoaba, not the political party. So political party cannot hold the whole country to ransom.
That's it.
And I mean, Obia MP another prayer far is a woman to define your one farmer.
Now Patrick Boa Macrelusu.
One who can now.
Patrick Boa Macrelusu now not ombre.
And you see, baby, Techima South. This is the place where last 4 years
people were
they killed 8 people. And that same place is still under contention. And the EC is sitting there. No, a person who said you cook of one. I mean, please. I mean, let's reason. If people are behaving as if somebody paying the bill fee.
Wow, beba first. I do.
Oh, beba first. Ya trouble you Ghana for Nakasa. You see one control by Nibi. Momo they able to Europe one single vote. Please allow the will of the people to speak. That is what you're talking about. But what's Montiasia? Court ni ya fa ko hono mo se ya fa court aba mesi hono mo se seven predecessor ya de kwakoto jina na sa nwamo. Yeah, the court look yeah, the court this see one almost say you remember 10 and prepare yet me daddy. So be it. And surprisingly, Omo yes I dey way na so am ready for. Another Bronter Parliament. What is happening to the common sense? That he should take the whole issue to court. What is happening to his common sense? Abba.
The victory of Mahama.
No, but you see, before Honorable Bekono, I think Mesanda Ghana for us, you're a politician, Sinyansa. Yentame Mahama. Mahama Sobano Bedins and Fua, you better not Hayaka. NDC for so honorable. Upon for Sukahu, yen show mu the same yansa ne bi. Ebe mo bia dream better ho. On say ye share about ye electioneering no na me ka say me trend da NDC ben winning Ashanti region na MPP ben winning voter region. One says NDC, Ashanti region MPP for you
10 good seats in the Ashanti region.
10 seats.
10 seats
out of 47.
Yes.
10 ko almighty Ashanti region.
What's one of them one na kasa hunu na kamu?
Na kwabena senjire wasankro for line ebe pa ba omi achew. Mo ye ni yankamani mbayam.
Wow, beba face.
Nsa no why na yempe. Wodi say communicators won sika na sese omo de ma omo. Nipa mi no tena so Jubilee House.
Na den. Na mo tsaso mele. Say come de wo.
Omo tena sika no so.
Sika ni bre.
Eti party communicators say come de wo no. A wo pe sika kra faka akọ radio di TV stations. Akọ body aban no no na ese say why no ho kra de wo no honorable no bi sika no so. Omo che di wo Jubilee House. Na visa mo ye wan. Senya say minu intimacy and NDC for that so tiase nta
and you say this for so tiase da
na nkan we na
and you say this for tiase
seat we akay ye jama wo
owu jama wo jama
say ye jam oh nya betray oh minu a
general me for no kranka
ye jama wo ye jama wo ay microcosm
no but I say
the will of the people must prevail. It should reflect.
Base ye rekotra Tesano police station. Next elections no.
All over. It might even end up at Obama camp. Tesano police station. The next elections,
let's go by what the rules.
You should learn lessons.
Rules. The rules are there. Say you declare we are no anti-Asia. Court. Simple.
And
Tesano police station. Hey. Why?
And then they are called Tesano. It's Bema camp. It's from Bema camp.
I mean, let's do it right.
Then, but the question I'm miserable question about Chief, what I remember. Now, you're former local government minister. Okay. Ghana for ehu mo modern boy ye na pamo mo ka hye mo sabon konkoto na fie na mi repa mo no asen ba nyame adom Ghana for Hurricane Mahama be supi almost every an overwhelming majority e been see that in the history of our body politics. What lessons have you personally as a former minister learned from your administration, your then administration, and what is happening now and Nanado's administration?
Wow, beba face. I do see cat beba face.
In that period, issue are not a whopa that caused the defeat. Sa Dumsono. And I always say, Sa Dumsono, 95 na shasi. Way back in 95.
Some kind of mekawa. 6 March.
Way back in 95, and I said Dumso shasi. And the background to it was that at the time, President Rawlings, yes, you move a lot of. This was at a cabinet meeting. You move experienced hands from the ministries to the districts to go and man the districts. So, districts near viable, very strong district assemblies. Ne binim person boko. Inti at the cabinet meeting, what came up and they say, Oma war Accra Hanum person boko on 2 key issues: electricity and schools. Because most of them manoko private schools. And to relocate to rural areas, no obon pesomoko. And at the meeting, what came up and they say, can we extend electricity to all the districts? That was the question of the cabinet members. Or they share a VRA, then VRA boss. And or they share Achua Hoy. And Kwesibochi as finance. Achua was at energy. Omunko year program to extend to all the districts, capitals. Now let's see we do this capital such a brand Tepa. Tepa is the this capital for your man.
No DC.
Let me DC or now two other man so Banfo Mabain. Obia said Miss Wipibi. So then na afia prepare. The original idea said district capital no and I yesterday in Kono. Then na exceed. So the expansion of access
and reduce
the capacity to generation capacity to supply the electricity. That's when the problem started. And of course, because President Kufuor Bresokra no crusade wakosobo.
Yeah,
because every time a drew dry season now, na Ghanaians nya alert adopani afa newspapers near the water level because enuna a generating power no. And of course then President Mahama comes and says, I'm taking responsibility for this challenge. Me make sure say me fix. Then that becomes a idea saying kubu say uno okofaba. And you no okofaba. And you no okofaba do so Ghana. It was there before obey a president. And but at the time that the term ended, not that generation capacity has been fixed. Obama who advance with the plant not free Turkey by American plant. So then we didn't have an issue of excess generation.
Sure.
So with the frustration Nipa Kubuno, with that period of power outages, power crisis, was a major issue. It was a major issue for all Ghanaians. As a Nipa frustrated, no more but if you look at all the economic indicators, from depreciation, from inflation, all the economic indicators, now they compare now. It's a man who cry.
But those times we didn't know now.
So now people are realizing say that's right here. Mayday, the Eastern Regional TUC, Regional Secretary.
Yeah.
Mrs. Ajiman, I remember the name very well. Me reading the speech, and I know all kind of situation now. That in 2016, Obiana ne income year 1,000 cedis. So or $100, so we need 250. And now at the time I know Mayday, no. Now, 1,000 cedis, we have $58. That's the difference. That's the difference. And now people realize, then we didn't treat John Mahama and the NDC fairly.
I see.
Well, just pick this analysis that the woman made.
The simple logic I am drawing from what you are saying, and it's Ghana for Ejaje, President Mahama, and the ex-president Kufuor Amamono, and nobody a comparison. We didn't know say this was going to happen along Nana Danko Kufuor Amamono. So I'm going to show the difference between the two. The late President Mills and the John Mahama and John Ajekum Kufuor, there was a clear difference. And because time John Mahama $5 no, it was somewhere around
4 cedis.
No, 20%. Yes, Mills no. Yeah. John Ajekum Kufuor, it was around 1.22, and even 90 pesos before the buy went to $1, and subsequent was air bedroom 4 cedis 20 pesos. Now, so from 1 cedi to 4 cedis 20 pesos was at that time a very huge margin. Now, you share the difference now. It was so clear. This time around, because of here in any him say, or you need more chance and about the 17 cities, and even now I'm told say 14 cities. The difference is so clear. Say go for your mobile.
On $1 not two bidding crow coffin.
Aye.
Investor confidence.
Exactly.
What's Mahamadino coffin?
Yes, you say omabo. You are a former minister and a cabinet minister for that matter. You perceive who that reasonable lessons are. Most every way move, and those ones are not going to be repeated in your coming administration. Because now we know Ghanaians are very discerning. We are able to read it between the lines. We are able to assess.
1389.
Okay.
We are going to say Mahama Diakunya.
Aye.
No, the bad 10 cities.
What?
When increasing the salary by 70%.
Yeah, sure. So you perceive those lessons. Apart from the Doomsaw was.
I mean the elections here, they are cost. So me shall say the 8 years we been see Ghana Mumuda near and election results no see is other.
Yes.
So it's a lesson for all of us. Yeah, you see a chief for a bar almost part to be in leadership positions. The issue of accountability, one.
Okay.
And that is why I will support any initiative to ensure that people are held accountable. At times, crying yes, Kasem. Jumedia Uji and Ubuhun Konta. Bank of Ghana, a loss is immediately. Ya from aba mumechirim na Ghana fo nyina anti why over the period from independence bepem mabreso a mobile nko na mo post losses. That's accountability. So issue of accountability, obia wo aspire to hold a position in John Mahama's second coming. You must be prepared to be accountable.
I see.
Because now, when the public and the media throw the spotlight on you,
but honorable, who hold you guys accountable?
I know. So, spotlight no better so now.
There is spotlight in the better so cransa. Obi akoye bibi anse de abeto so ye light na to so
cross na
appointment behind the ho ansa say ye nim won a ebe ministers.
I see.
Me anye ye kura no ba ma say the ministers no embro 66 both cabinet and deputy ministers ne other ministers in no embro 66 mo NDC for ya ye ni mo ye show any hu baby a wo beko so what you say wo share Elvisa, you who baby obeko. I
see.
You share Wadako, Yenim baby obeko.
Erukopoku.
Ufa Erukopoku, Yenim baby obeko. Ufa Shamima Muslim, Yenim baby obeko. Oh, yeah, we know. We know. So we are saying we know.
I see.
Yenim baby obeko, Yenim baby current majority leader.
Yes, Haruna.
Ato force. Yeni baby Ato force beko. Yeni baby Haruna beko.
Wow.
Jinapo.
Yes.
NDC Jinapo. Yeni baby obeko. Ama Kofiboa. Yeni baby obeko.
Hey.
Oh yes afe na ye beka say yenim baby amame Bampo. The friend say.
Nanoye.
Yeni baby Nanoye beko.
I see.
Yenim baby obi eko. Eti yen ya so light ne dada.
I see. Hey. Okay.
No sure. Ya so ye light ne dada and we will hold this government ye be bom ho ban. Eti amakache kwam se fakan. Oketechi Afrifa ono se kwekwo te yen na didi a na so be san ko Angela fine. Pollard watch them so we just good evening Ghana na to we dwana kwotana London. Me na meti kurum ha no. Some catch them say me mediane.
Kasongo ye.
Eti ye mas we mun kasa. Ye an ye de mobile. Ye an ye be kamasem.
That will be good for democracy.
And they drew on no more. Remember Bufu. Because I say, oh, you nipa. Oh, bet me off. We go back to Jabba. Because I tell you, we want to capture smart ready. And also, I did besides.
Mo Jabba Kubipa. And I will say, can Jabba one on pa.
And besides, open the start there. Open Captain Smart and open the Johnny Hughes.
Answer na yebe Cobra Cabo no. Mr. President Mahama. Ompe iPhone 14 Pro Max. Emma MPP MPC nina. No mo tra fie nyadwuma dan so meko parliament.
Wait. But iPhone no mo dey there.
O mo tra fie nyadwuma.
There be no mo tra fie kura dwuma be no mo kwakoye.
Wo dey anya hwe. Jo mama. Besra wa catch on mane boama. Na onkope iPhone 14 Pro Max. Emma MPP MPC na yeso am yin wi asem nko fie.
They hear mo no mo.
They should work from home. One case some of the COVID levy by na ye mo social distancing. Na about no mo nko traffic because in fact no me dey.
Mama bro nyaba.
On ma me dey. Ya da ya ba si apacho ye ba. Aka don hwere.
Brekum, Moya ready, Anna. Essence Logi Entertainment.